For this intro, we originally prepared something tasteless and disrespectful. It included a club, a rope,
a bucket of water, a cloth,
and other weapons of choice, but we changed our minds.
The right decision for this movie. Servus Freunde, my name's Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz the Buddymeister.
Today we're going to talk about Visaaranai or Interrogation, a 2015 Indian Tamil language drama that we caught on Netflix a few days ago.
Interrogation was directed by Vetrimaaran and it stars Dinesh Adukala Murugadass, Samuthirakani and a bunch of other actors who either get beaten or beat up somebody else. And it is partly adapted from a novel called Lock Up, written by M. Kumar, who had to live through an unlawful arrest followed by interrogation with torture.
Interrogation is an important movie. These things need to come to light and make no mistake about it. But it is also a movie that I'm torn about because firstly I kind of hate movies in which innocent people get beat up for 30 minutes just to communicate a message that the police is corrupt and evil. Something that I already know after 5 minutes.
I get it, and at the beginning I was pretty torn myself. Already so when I read the synopsis of the movie I thought, that is not for me. Like with you, I just didn't want to see that. Maybe that's the wrong approach if a movie really wants to say something, but I don't know, it's just a very personal thing. But as the movie progressed, I was very intrigued where everything was going, and I liked the way it was told.
Well, the synopsis for the movie goes like this. 4 laborers are tortured by the police to confess to a theft they have not committed, and just as they feel relieved after being saved by an honest policeman, they find that the worst is yet to come. And well, I thought this movie was quite predictable. I saw almost everything coming.
You're obviously better with that than I am, because I was immersed in a way that I didn't expect. And so the way everything unfolded was maybe not full of surprises, but it kept me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, this is not a bad movie. There are some very strong and passionately acted scenes in here, and the ending, the last 15 to 20 minutes or so were gripping and tense. It's just, I feel a bit manipulated by movies like this. Again, I know it's partially based on a true story, so maybe I'm treading on thin ice here, but I guess I would have liked it more as a straight documentary, which it also resembled sometimes.
I can't really argue with that because the things you're saying are true, but I just took all of this in another way, and maybe with that I could enjoy everything more. You know, I like the actors, especially Dinesh. I like the first very peaceful and calm 8 minutes before the story exploded and all of this injustice happened. And I liked how they integrated these differences between people from Tamil Nadu who are in search for work in Andhra Pradesh and how their and your judgment and perspective changes with the position that you're in.
I know what you mean, but things just felt a bit implausible at times. That's very notable when we are back in Tamil Nadu and the focus shifts from the laborers to the police and the plot gets more convoluted. Something with election fraud and bribe, money and an AC, DC, DCP, and suddenly the laborers get caught again and all this stuff and they are in danger once again.
But see, I like that. I like these shifts and the manner in which they portray the fact that cruelty and those little moments of happiness are just a few inches apart, and what an impact an unfortunate chain of events like that can have on one's life. But I can also understand your problem with the second half, or rather the midsection of the movie, which is obviously the part that is not based on the novel.
When the film enters this conspiracy level, it feels much more artificial and the grittiness of the first third is almost gone. It comes back in the final third, but you also lose the connection to the characters in that midsection. And it's not so much a problem that all the police characters are evil assholes and this system sucks.
After all, that's pretty much the point of the film.
Exactly, but I found it quite exhausting that the antagonists are so super one-dimensional. There was just one exception, Murugadass, who gets introduced early on and who is very important later on. I thought he was great, and I can't deny that I thought our 4 good guys were quite charming as well, and the acting was really good too. I especially liked their leader Pandi, who never gave up, but for me they were portrayed a bit too pitiful maybe, combined with the constant violence, the inhumane treatment. When it kept on and on without adding new nuances to it, in my opinion, I just checked out emotionally.
For me, it worked, and it punched me in the gut many times with its raw and ruthless depiction of the corruption and the atrocities that are going on. Visaaranai was also India's official entry for the Oscars, so clearly you're wrong.
Clearly. As I said at the beginning, Interrogation is an important movie. It tells us about serious ongoing problems in the civic society in some parts of India. And at the end of the movie, it reveals that an estimated 30% of police cases are still closed with forced confessions. That's unbelievable. I only wished I could see past the overlong hammering in of the message with all the beatings and the overall predictable nature of the film. Because there were genuine moments I really liked a lot. For example, that moment when they stand before the judge. It was such a powerful and cathartic moment.
Yeah. So in German we'd say?
Also ich sage, Interrogation ist ein guter und wichtiger Film, der ein korruptes System in schonungsloser Härte zeigt. Mir wäre das in Form einer Dokumentation allerdings lieber gewesen, denn so fühlt es sich alles etwas zu manipulativ und mitunter zu künstlich an. Aber was ist mit dir?
Interrogation ist ein Schlag in die Magengrube und ein Schrei nach Gerechtigkeit. Ein wichtiger Film, der aufwühlend und schonungslos das zeigt, was gezeigt werden muss. Hervorragend gespielt und durch unterschiedliche Perspektiven interessant erzählt, hinterlässt er definitiv einen bleibenden Eindruck.
I give Interrogation 6 out of 10. It's more like 6.4, but I don't do that.
For me, it's 8 out of 10. It's more like 8.2, but I don't do that either.
இங்க நடந்தது என்னன்னு வெளில சொல்லணும்டா. அதுக்கு நம்ம யாராவது ஒருத்தராவது உயிரோட இருக்கணும்.
So that's it for today. We hope we got you interested in checking out Interrogation for yourself. This one is available on Netflix, at least in some countries. Until then, you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at @TheJimmyCage.
And you can hit me up simply at The Buddymeister. And also check out my podcast, BUDDYMEISTER SCORES, where I talk about the music of film, television and video games. It's available on iTunes and Stitcher.
And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell.